don't have a name for this podcast yet. I'm just talking into my phone microphone about the Pistons, but it's good practice. Okay, Detroit Pistons, 12-2. 10 wins in a row. 2 years ago, they were 2-106. I was at games where they were yelling, "Sell the team." And now we're here. It's a little bit too early to brag about this, but hey, top of the East. Top of the East to you. I'm seeing Pistons on people's top 5 power rankings on Instagram pages that don't matter. This is another good win. There's no Cade. There's no Asar Thompson. Still no Tobias Harris. It's 3 starters. And one is a superstar. But first, I want to talk about Indiana. That's a sentence I've never used. That is my first and hopefully last time ever saying I want to talk about Indiana as a state or a team. As you know, they're like 3 hours away, 3 or 4 hours away. We're basically the same. It's just a more Michigan-y Michigan out there. There's a little bit less teeth and even more cornfields. And there's no Detroit. I don't know. I guess Indianapolis is probably acceptable to. I don't care about Indiana. I will say it was extremely fun to watch that Pacers team last year. Me, and some of my friends and the internet called the Pacers the Devil team. It's my second podcast in a row talking about the Devils. Never again. Because they would win all of their games on demon magic. Because how are you doing this? Just look up any Indiana Pacers 2024-2025 season game wins. All of them were a Disney movie at the end. We know about the Halliburton shot against the Knicks, the Halliburton shot against the Bucks, the Halliburton shot against the Cavs. Oh, and the Halliburton shot against the Thunder. And a million different other times throughout the season. And they made this miracle run to the finals. And Tyrese Halliburton broke his leg, his ACL, one of those things. I believe it was an ACL. Injuries out for the year. And then, so Indiana fans, once they put down their rakes and they go inside with a cigarette in hand, they're saying, "Tonight's Halliburton, oh, Hallibomb. There he goes. Oh, yeah, I saw him. Did you see the one shot he made where he did the Reggie Miller choke? Oh, that was class. We got a squad. They're just factory workers in Michigan are also extended to Indiana. That's how I picture them talking. There is Gary, Indiana. That where Michael Jackson's from. Yeah, it definitely is. Shout out Michael Jackson. Rest in peace. And Freddie Gibbs. So they're so confused right now because these fans are watching this team go all the way to the finals, get to Game 7. They thought that city and that entire state was going to get a title. They lose, and then Halliburton's out for the season. They lose Miles Turner. A few other things go wrong, and it's like, okay, well, you know, there's still hope. They still have the core. Every fan base says this stuff, and they're 1-12 and now 1-13. I might have to double check that. Is that right? I think they are 1-13. What happened? You know how many casual people? 1-13. How many casual people in Indiana trying to make conversation to people that don't know anything about sports? Oh yeah, we got this team with the Colts. They're winning. The Pacers are good. And then someone will go, Pacers suck. What? You haven't been using your antenna, your TV lately? They're not good anymore, Beth. And they're not. They suck. It's made me a little bit sad, but it's almost like the devil magic got exorcised. Someone threw holy oil on it and it went and melted in the ground. and they're no longer having comebacks, being down 27 and making miracle shots. They'll be back, you know. I believe it or not, I do like Tyrese Halliburton. It's gonna not sit well with some people, but it's just what it is. But it's the Eastern Conference is going to get serious revenge on the Pacers. They already are. I haven't been paying attention until tonight to this team. You know, they beat up on the Pistons last year. Jalen Duren dominated them tonight. I don't think they've played the Knicks. That's going to be a massacre. The Knicks are, when it's in the Garden this year, that's going to be ugly for Indiana. And it's just, I don't know. Got to get through this season. It's just, man, what a sharp decline within 5 or 6 months. The finals to the bottom to where the Pistons were a few years ago. It's a little bit nuts how the NBA can be like that sometimes. But let's talk about this game. 127-112, Pistons beat the Pacers. It seemed like it was over after the first half. The Pacers did have their runs. And I'm telling you, when I haven't watched them this season, I still see them and I still see the magic, the dark magic of like, oh, don't let him get hot. Don't let TJ McConnell come in here. The guy that looks like every friend that invited the friend that you didn't ask to go. Oh, this is TJ. Why? Hey, I'm TJ. Why? Just looks like a short groomsman. Oh, yeah. So how do you know, Jake? We're in the same wedding here. Yeah, I'm TJ. We went to Northwood together in business school. TJ McConnell has a business administration degree and has a terrible business idea that he has pitched, and people are like, just keep making your jump shot, TJ. You're really good at basketball for whatever reason. He like came off the bench maybe. The whole time I'm thinking, where's TJ McConnell? Siakam doesn't look the same. Nembhard is still, oh man, he's pesky. Him and Danish Jenkins got into it, and Jenkins outplayed him. What is the NBA? Who are these people? If you don't pay attention for a week, it's like missing 4 episodes of a show of like, who murdered who? What is this team? So anyway, I'm going to go through so I can stay on topic because I keep obviously trailing off. I'm going to look at all the stats and just kind of talk about each player. So Ron Holland, 7 points, 7 rebounds. I played for 30 minutes. He started tonight because of all the injuries. I like him better off the bench because I'm not trusting his shooting lately. Didn't really take enough shots tonight, but at the same time, he's such an asset. He's always going to be in there causing havoc in the paint, fighting people. Getting his rebounds, it's all good. Stewart's back tonight. He had to start. Fouled out early, but, I mean, he had 5 blocks. The signature play of the game was probably Indiana was making one of what used to be a dark magic run in the, I want to say, late third. And Stewart gets a block. Ball comes down, loose scrambled, and another block. You know, taps it right to LeVert. LeVert gets it to Jenkins. Jenkins takes it all the way in for his little herky-jerky off 1 foot right-handed layup on the left side, crashing under the hoop. And, yeah, so, I mean, just defense alone, we're good. 10 points, 5 rebounds. Okay, Jalen Duren, 28 minutes, 31 points, 15 rebounds, 3 assists, 12 of 13 field goals. Are you Shaq? He's 21. Last year it was like, man, they really got a usable big man next to K. They have a star. next to Cade. It doesn't matter if it's Cade or let's just get to him. Let's get to the Linsanity of Detroit, Dennis Jenkins. So if you are listening and haven't been hyper focused on the Pistons, let me summarize this real quick. Dennis Jenkins, I believe he played college, Arizona State or something. Point guard, looks like Quavo from Migos. Mama! He went undrafted in 2024. And then what do you do when you don't get drafted? You're telling me he was sitting around with his family watching the TV like, oh, maybe it'll be in the 10th round. And there is no 10th round. He tried out for the Motor City Cruise, the G League team, and then apparently did well enough there. And then once the Pistons started having all their injuries, they're like, all right, we'll bring up, what's his name? Oh, Special K and Blaha cannot get it right. Dennis Jenkins. They, you can picture Blaha like, whoever it was, count that baby in a foul. But no, even Special K is getting to the point where it's like, he called him Dennis Jackson like 4 times. But anyway, got pulled up from the Pistons, from the Cruise, and then was like, okay, I guess I'm in the NBA now. Got in and was efficient or, playable for a few games off the bench. And then eventually he had to get some real minutes. And now it's like, I think he is averaging 21, 22 points. He had the game-winning shot in the corner against the Wizards. And that, if you remember, that was the game where 7 Pistons were out. So he has a miracle shot there. The game that I was at the other night where he hit the 50-footer at the buzzer. He's playing scrappy defense, hustles for everything, but is also like a scorer and plays perfectly with Duren off the pick and roll. He threw him a lob that ended up in Duren looking like David Robinson dunking on who I don't even know who the center was. It's not Miles Turner on the Pacers, but he fell down. He embarrassed him. And then at one point, he some dude named Jay Huff. I was like, what happened to the Pacers? Who is this guy? Somebody named Jay Huff, who's like a 7'1", probably from Europe. Whatever. Just flat-footed trying to guard Duren. Duren's at the free throw line extended. Hits some tween, just a couple dribbles in between his legs. And then hits a pull-up jumper. All net. And like that isn't a real thing yet, but you know what happens when, as soon as he gets a jump shot, that's over for the league. But 21 years old, I don't know, man. The sky is the limit with, I can't even believe the Pistons have another potential star. This is crazy. But, should I summarize the rest of the game? It was a boring game. They ended up, cutting down all of the runs. Oh, I should mention, like, Duncan Robinson had a really good first half. He's been really consistent. He did kind of have he went cold kind of in the second half, but playing good defense. I'll see 2 steals or so from Robinson. He's going to be a liability on some of the switches down low. But the on-the-ball defense, he's trying. It's like passable. And then he'll get a few steals and make a good decision in transition. So he's a good decision maker and a great shooter. Javonte Green off the bench. I don't even know where the hell he came from either. I know he's bounced around the league. 32 years old. How many points did he have? I mean, when I watched him play the other night, I was so high up, those terrible seats. I was like, this looks like a well-behaved Malik Beasley. He's not missing. It's just Malik Beasley without the shimmy. Oh, man, I miss Malik so much. I do, but they haven't needed him. Eventually it would be cool, but 20 points, 4 rebounds, 7 of 11 for Javonte Green. It's not just like a spacing 3-point shooter. He's doing the same thing with Jenkins of hustling for everything. Really, really good defense. He's the type of player who, after the whistle, when somebody goes to take a shot, he'll go and like just block the shit out of it, smack it against the ground. To me, that's a true Piston. Now, I don't know what JB Bickerstaff has done in that locker room, but everybody is ready. There was like Paul Reed came off the bench. LeVert, I trust him at this point. He got his 17 minutes and, I think 4 for 8. Yeah, 4 for 8. So you had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people in double digits. If Ron Holland would have taken a few more, it would have been all 5 starters, quote unquote starters. They play Atlanta tomorrow. In Atlanta, ever since Trae Young went out, the Hawks have kind of figured something out, or at least they seem to have. It could be a tough one on a back-to-back. So what's going on with Cade is the hip contusion. I think it happened against the Wizards. It did, because he fell. It looked like he was injured. He went out for a second. Okay, so he's missed 3 games. I would expect him to be back tomorrow. Duren is back. Tobias Harris, I think, is pretty hurt. I don't know what they're going to do about that. And Jaden Ivey, I just at some point play. I was hoping before Christmas. I don't know, man. I'll see him on the bench and be like, oh, yeah. Oh, right. It's kind of awkward. Marcus Sasser's still out. And then, so give Asar Thompson, please come back. I didn't think your ankle was this bad. We need Asar. It's annoying to see a men highlights when Asar isn't playing, because normally you could be like, what did this twin do? I always like to compare the twins. That's got to be weird for parents. I would definitely have a favorite one, and it would be Asar. I'd be like, Amen has way too much emotional problems. Asar, you are the better one. I don't mean any of that. If you have twins, don't raise them that way. And if anybody from Indiana listens to this, I'm sorry as well. I mean, assuming that you get service in a barn, it's literally just making fun of the same kind of state. So I want to, anyway, 12-2 Pistons, and they play Atlanta tomorrow. If they lose, I'll be fine, but hoping for another win. Let's get 11 in a row. But listen, I want to do something. I was watching the game tonight, and I always appreciate the DJ at the Pistons games. I met him. Harmondo, of course, is friends with him. He does a lot of cool traditions, but one of the things that he does, and this is usually pretty standard across the league, is he plays crisscross when there's a jump ball. He plays jump, jump. And so there's 4 different variations that I've noticed in different arenas, when I watch teams on League Pass, or just when I notice watching in general. They'll have a different song about jumping, a classic American song about jumping when there's a jump ball. What one do you think is the best? There's 4 that I've narrowed it down to. There are a few that I was like, this doesn't quite make it. Drake and Future, Jumpman didn't make the cut. But I'm going to play the 4 main ones, and I want you to think about which one is the best. So picture this. Jump ball! House of Pain, Jump Around. Completely 90s. It makes me think of the montage in Happy Gilmore of Adam Sandler choking the caddy. It's the perfect song to play when there's a jump ball. So keep that one in mind. That was number 1. Here's number 2. Jump ball! Van Halen, Jump. That is very big-haired 80s sounding. If Kevin Claunch is listening, he's singing at the top of his lungs. It's a little bit before my time, but I do really like that song. And I think it transcends time. Next up.
Jump ball. Don't this hit make my people wanna jump, jump. Don't this hit make my people wanna jump, jump. Don't this hit make my people wanna jump, jump. Don't this hit make my people wanna jump, jump. Don't this hit make my people wanna jump, jump. Don't this hit make my people wanna jump.
Wow. Past the Cavarcier, Busta Rhymes, Pharrell, and oh yikes, Diddy. Oh man. A terrible guy that was involved in a lot of great music. You don't stop listening to that song for that, by the way. You separate and you think about, jump, jump. Don't this hit make my people wanna? You know, those aren't the real words there. That's one of the rare times the clean version is better than the real one. But it's a really good one. We have one more song. We know what this is. Jump ball. And that was Jump from Criss Cross. That's what the Pistons usually go with. What one of those four is the right song to play when there's a jump ball in an NBA game, preferably in the fourth quarter? In the Miami Knicks game tonight, Miami just played nothing for a key jump ball, the jump ball that decided the game. They didn't play anything. It was just like, jump ball. And then you could faintly hear like, the heat is on. And then DJ Khaled snorted. Be better, Heat culture. The jerseys are awesome. Those throwback palm tree type. Yeah, I like that. Anyway, that was Criss Cross. Jump. Let me know what you think of the four. Thank you for listening. Go Pistons.